Good evening, Snooker World. This is the 15 Red podcast, our 15th episode on March the 2nd, 2021. And tonight we have the same panel with Graham in Burton-on-Trent. Good evening, Graham.
Good evening, Mike. Well, good morning, Mike.
Thank you. And in Tyrone, Northern Ireland, we have Scott. How are you doing, Scott?
Very good morning to you, Mike. Good evening to you, Graham.
Yeah, good.
I'm very well, thank you.
Good.
Excellent.
Good
excellent.
evening to you, Scott, as well. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Graham.
All right.
All right.
So as we await Stephen Hendry's much anticipated return, I want to get your guys' thoughts on what is your favorite Stephen Hendry moment. I will start with Graham, please.
Well, I think it's got to be the Masters final when he was 8-2 down to Mike Hallett and come back to win 9-8.
Okay, yeah, that was a good one. Yeah. Okay, Scott.
I gotta go for the Max in '95 against Jimmy White, just because of the last black.
Oh, okay, yeah, that was a good match. I decided to go with the very, very traditional, his first ever ranking win in 1987 versus Dennis Taylor. He won 10-7. That was his first crown.
Yeah.
And little did he realize what wonderful talent he was. So I'm going with his first ever ranking win.
Yeah. One of 36, of course.
Yes, absolutely. And many, many good ones.
Yeah,
He's got some great other moments as well when he potted that long blue against Steve Davis in that the UK Championship.
1990.
Oh,
yes, 31 years ago.
Yeah, that's another moment I've just brought up for you, Mike. So
that was a great match. Well, he came from behind to win, correct?
He did.
1950.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think by his own accounts, he said that was his greatest shot of all time as well.
And that was one of the most riskiest shots he ever took.
And then, of course, there's the famous Brown in the '92 World Final when he was 14-9 down.
Oh yeah, where the white was in the middle jaws of the middle pocket. There, and he cut it in. And if he had lost, no comeback.
And one of the other moments was when he he lost to Jimmy White. Jimmy White put that long red down the cushion. But that was
the second round of the World Championship at '88.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, that's another good match. But they've had some classic matches in with Jimmy White. So
he also had an amazing one against Ken Doherty. I know he lost to Ken Doherty, but he played a great final with Ken Doherty. I think it was 97.
97, yes. Hendry had 5 centuries in that match and lost.
Yeah, but that was still a great match. Not the best moment, but definitely a great match.
Another one of my favourite matches with Hendry was against Ebden in 2002. Even though he lost, it was still. I think that was a great final. Great final.
You know what his best match in 2002 was? The quarter against Ken. The quarter against Ken, 13-12 with 6 centuries between them. Superb standard.
Wow.
I call that one of the Crucible's best forgotten matches because nobody ever talks about it, but it was a real good match.
Oh, yeah, you can think of many good Hendry moments over his career. So tonight will be a step towards that, but I just don't hold too much expectation.
No, indeed not.
But
has he had a shave yet? Does anybody know? Has he shaved?
No,
not according to.
I don't think he's shaved since he retired.
He's going on telly. Come on, he's got to make an effort. You know,
he's been on telly with that beard for the last 10 years.
Yeah. Okay.
Do we give Hendry a frame?
Yeah.
Yes. Why?
With a century? No.
Century number 776, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys, I have him for 1 frame. Scott, you have how many?
2, I think.
Oh wow,
I'm going for. I think I'd like to see him get a frame, but I think he won't. So I'm going for none.
Oh, you're going for the full whitewash.
Yeah.
4-0 and commentary box.
Well, and retirement. Yeah. No, I joke. But no, I think Celt will be too good.
Yeah. Anyway,
I think so. All right,
Even
so
with
Shall we
the
move on to
experience.
the scores for today then?
I'll quickly hash over. There is one match in particular I would like your guys' thoughts on. So we had Fernandez beating Burns 4-1. We had Jamie Jones beating Horwath 4-2. Lazowski wins 4-1. Z-Fan beats Wormsley 4-1. Nigel Bond gets beat 4-3 by Wakeland. This is the one I would like to talk. Jimmy White down 0-3 wins 4 consecutive frames against Joe O'Connor to advance 4-3.
Wow.
Thoughts?
Well, for a start, that's one of Jimmy's best comebacks.
Yeah.
I know it's short format, but a really good comeback.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I didn't see the match, so I can't really comment. But from the result and he's 3-0 down, yeah, that's a really good comeback from Jimmy. Well
Has
played,
anybody checked the draw to see whether him and Stephen could meet?
I don't think they can. They're in different groups. I think it would be like a few rounds down the road, maybe semi-final.
Is he actually thinking Stephen's going to win tonight?
Well, that's what it sounds like. Obviously,
No, but I'm just saying.
You know, on one hand, you can't discount it, but it's unlikely.
Of course, it's unlikely, but there would be a nice symmetry if the two arch rivals were to meet for sort of one last swan song, I suppose.
The caliber of that match would be shocking.
I know.
Yeah.
This
Do you mean the quality of the match?
The quality of the match. And we all love Jimmy White and Stephen Henry, but could you imagine those two meeting up in a meaningful match?
Yeah.
I mean,
oh dear,
exactly.
In a Phil Yates way. Oh, Jimmy. Yeah.
Anything else?
Moving on, Mike. I think.
We got Mark Williams winning. We got Karen Wilson winning. Higginson beating Lahoshan. I'm not sure.
Lahoshan, yes.
Hoshan, okay.
I couldn't say that either, Mike. The other week.
Yeah, we've got to get a dictionary on these names for sure. Zintong, I know both you guys are high on Zhao Zintong. He won. Beat Ashley Cup.
Yeah.
And Carrington beats Yang 4-0.
Yeah, the player that Trump made his maximum against Go Yang.
Yeah. So, all right. So,
no real shocks there.
Anything stand out to you? Nothing really?
Well, Nigel Bond is in danger of dropping off the tour for the first time since 1989.
Oh, wow. Well, yeah.
Oh, well.
He's been beaten again.
Chris Wakeland beaten, you see.
Well, Wakeland, remember Chris Wakeland did beat Trump at the Worlds.
He did. But why is it? What I want to know with Chris Wakeland is, I don't know if it's me, but every shot he takes, he gets redder and redder in the face. I don't know if he's got a condition called rosary, like he just keeps getting redder, but he just looks frightened to have a shot.
Yeah.
I know. But I want to say this about Nigel.
Okay.
Don't add this to the prediction league, because I know Mike's got questions for us later. But what ranking event did Nigel Bond win?
Oh, he probably won the Grand Prix or something like that.
No, the British Open in 1996.
Oh, okay, yeah.
They beat John Higgins 98 on the final black.
You know all those ones, eh? The final black.
Yeah, he loves them final blacks, so Scott.
Well, I am from Northern Ireland, after all.
Yeah, it's all Dennis Taylor's fault, you know, Mike.
Yeah, no kidding. They got it from him.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so Mark Selby wins a frame today, believe it or not.
Okay.
He wins a match conceding more than 7 points.
Exactly. And Jackson Page is 3-2 up on Elliot Slasser.
Now that would be a bit of a Yeah.
Interesting one. So, all right. So let's cover last night's action. I know everyone's waiting to hear the results. And as predicted, Scott got 4 right out of 4.
He certainly did. Yes.
Yeah.
On the prediction counter last night, Scott is racing away with it. And as Mike pointed out, if he gets 100 points, which is not far away from now, then he's crowned champion and of the first ranking event.
The first ranking
Oh,
event.
dear me. Oh, dear me. Yeah. So, yeah, last night we had Trump, of course. We all predicted Trump, who won successfully.
Yeah, he played pretty well. Not the best, but good enough to win.
Bobby Williams 4-1, of course. Michael White. Another oh dear me. That was a terrible game against Fahady. That was a shocking. I saw that game in the last frame. It was like me and you could have played in that frame, Mike. That's how bad it was. They were both missing shots, covering pockets up. Just 1 minute you looked, Fahady was at the table. Next thing, White was at the table. Fahady potted the White. It was just terrible. It was just terrible.
But I still
hey, Fahady
predicted it correctly.
You did. I'm just shocked to Michael White, to be fair. But Tom Ford came through last night.
Yep.
He did well.
I think we all had Tom Ford there.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, he beat Shirty. Yeah. Yep. And Oliver Brown, who I picked in my picks last night, lost to Zheng Ye.
Yeah. Fan Zheng Yi, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's right. Dear me.
Wow, we're falling behind in a big way.
We are.
So the stand.
On that, with the quiz to come in a bit, Scott at the moment is on 77 points. He's 23 points away from a victory. We've got a lot of catching up to do. Mike, you're on 53 points, and I'm on 34. Rotten. Rotting at the bottom, I can only say.
Wow, that's
dear me.
We'll catch him eventually. Even if it's in the second ranking event.
Yeah.
All right. So we're gonna have a topic question. I wanna fire away here.
All right.
Are there too many tournaments on the tour currently? And I'll go with Scott first.
From a fan's point of view, no, because there's plenty watching. From players' point of view, probably yes, because they're tired out.
Yeah, I think that's somewhat true. Graham?
I agree. I think that's why we're getting so many withdrawals at the moment, because they're playing too many tournaments. I know John Higgins isn't a fan of the World Championship sometimes because he says there's too many frames. It's long days, long matches, and he said himself one year that he's not a personal fan of the World Champs just because of the structure of it.
Although he beat the final 8 times and won it 4 times, so
he certainly has. Yeah, but I guess that you can get a little bit fed up when it's that long.
Yeah,
I suppose when you have to.
Although nobody would change it.
It's not just keeping standard. It's keeping stamina and fitness up as well.
Yeah,
that's why I think Higgins is a little bit against it.
Well, nobody would change the World Championship. I'd be very much against changing it.
But it's a good job that he wasn't playing in the old days, in the 70s, because they went to 25.
They played all the dead frames.
You had to win 25 frames sometimes,
Yes.
So, yeah. I remember what was it, Dennis Taylor, Terry Griffiths final?
24.
That was just
4-16.
Exactly, 24-16. That's like, 40 frames?
Yep.
And of course, if Dennis Taylor won, and if that went to a decider, you'd be looking at 50.
It's a best of 49.
Yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous, I think. But there you go. And, they reduced it a little bit, but Yes, but on your question, Mike, I think personally, as Scott says, from a snooker fan's point of view, no, because we all love watching snooker. But I think the players could do with a week break somewhere along the line, maybe a week tour, week off tour, week off tour, something like that.
See, I would actually say to you guys that not even the fans like too many tournaments. I think even the fans suffer from burnout. I think a tournament like the Gibraltar Open, which is a best of 7 the entire way through, you can be done with it.
Oh yeah,
that should be done. That's for like amateurs, that style. So you could eliminate some tournaments. You could reduce championship leagues.
Is it worth sometimes the top players actually playing in tournaments like that? Is it worth it? I ask myself.
Absolutely not.
Especially though when you've got the third championship, which is long matches coming up.
I mean, as much as the Jordan Brown story is a wonderful thing, and I don't want to diminish it in any way, but people are not likely to watch a matchup of like a rank number 89 guy against a rank number 2. Like the intrigue for us, because we're snooker fans, is there, but the casual fan might not be as interested in that kind of a matchup.
It's like it reminds me, like say the football season, right? And you get the FA Cup. Now, in the first round of the FA Cup, the top players don't come in. The top teams, don't come in till the third round of the FA Cup. So, would it be something like that in snooker where some top players come in the quarterfinal stage, like the top 6 or something? Not everybody.
That is the way it used to work back in the 90s and 80s and so on. There used to be like a qualifying stage, and then, you know, the qualifiers were maybe played 2 or 3 months before the venue. And then, so you had qualifiers, and then the top players came in at the venue stage when there was only 32 men. You know, it was a 32-man field of the venue, so therefore,
yeah,
it was easier.
I would be interested in a setup where you would actually have divisions with snooker players. Like your Graham's analogy would be good. You would say you have the top 16 and say 17 through 22, and players can get.
I know we're using the football analogy again, but they have something called it used to be called the Autoglass Windscreen Trophy, where they only had League 1 and League 2 teams participating. No big clubs were involved, right? In the snooker world, that's what they should have, something that doesn't involve the top 16 players in one tournament. I know it wouldn't get the ratings and the viewings, but it would give them a break.
Yeah,
and make it a ranking event for them players as well.
I concur with what Graham's saying, and also you could be done with like having the shootout being a ranking event. Why is the shootout a ranking event?
Yeah,
like,
but that's another one where the top 16 shouldn't enter it.
Agreed. Yeah, well, absolutely. So
I don't think you can force somebody not to play, but you know.
No, it's not forcing them not to play. It's giving them a break and allowing the lower ranked players a chance to progress their rankings a little bit.
Although,
absolutely.
I don't think you can have a ranking event without the top 16, but nonetheless.
Why? Is that for snooker fans for ratings viewing?
I think so. Okay.
But why personally? Why can't you have a tournament without the top 16?
You can have a tournament, but you can't have a ranking event. There is a difference.
Yeah, because you're talking about ranking points and standings. But if we go with what Graham's saying, like a structure of it,
yeah,
you could.
I get the point you're making on structure, but I wouldn't make it a ranking event for just lower ranked players. But I do agree.
Okay, but how are they going to improve their rankings if they're always playing top players?
Exactly.
See, the way it used to work before all these flat draws were brought in was when you were playing those qualifiers, you were playing people near you in the rankings, so your own standard. and you weren't playing like Stephen Hendry or Steve Davis until you actually won 3 or 4 matches to get to the venue.
Well,
Yeah,
I think
sure.
in one way, that's why the snooker shootout works.
Yeah.
Because 10 minutes of frame, anything can happen. It's like, you know, Ronnie O'Sullivan could get beat by a 124 player in 10-minute frame. You just don't know. You know, that's why it's so intriguing. I get that. But does it need the top 16 involved?
Not necessarily, no.
But
Because
most of them sort of voluntarily withdraw anyway.
But
Yeah, but
yeah.
rank currently
I
is a
know.
ranking event.
I mean,
Which
look, all you have to do is look at the final. Ryan Day against Mark Selby, 2 top ranking players. Well, Ryan Day's relatively top, who's up there, but you haven't got like 100 against 60, whatever. You haven't got, you never get that, because it would be, yes, it might not be very good quality snooker, but it's good for them to, you know, to make a final and win a trophy.
Yeah.
So, excellent. That's a good responses there. I'm going to assume that Graham, you're in favour of less tournaments. Is that you're proposing a restructuring? Is that's what you're?
I think it should be restructured, in my personal view. Yeah,
Scott, and you're, Scott, just so we're clear, what are you saying?
just to help lower ranked players, in my view, because I'm a non-stop fan.
I'm saying if we go back to the old system of, you know, playing qualifiers 2 or 3 months beforehand, where the lower ranked players are playing somebody their own standard, and then, you know, playing at the venue, having won 3 or 4 matches, I think that old structure was a lot better.
Okay.
Now,
and yeah,
having said that, at the time there were only 6 tournaments, so you don't want to go that low either.
no. And I'm just basically saying you can cut out some tournaments, and you should be able to find spots where all the players can get a break from the tournament.
That's what I was meaning. Exactly.
Trim it up, restructure, as said. So excellent, good conversation there, guys.
Yeah.
So Graham, you've got some fantasy players to go over.
Yes.
Who have you got for us?
Right. So basically, we've got 2 players so far, and I had a look at them properly. We've got Martin O'Donnell, who's his best ranking result was a snooker shootout in 2018. You know, I think I've got that. So I don't know what round he made, but he made that tournament. That was his best result. And his career centuries is 49. His highest break is 140. And then we get to Sonny Kinney, who we picked out last night. And his best rankings was the quarterfinals of the Indian Open in 2016, and also the snooker shootout in 2018. They're their best. So they've only made 2 ranking events, well, 3 ranking events between them. That's all they've done. So that, and we've put them down as 2-point players. So if you pick them and they win a game, you get an extra 2 points. They get a high break. Are we adding an extra 2 points on? So they're all worth 2 points and everything.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's them 2 for now. So we'll move on to today's 2 players, and I'm going to start off with Scott. I'm going to give you Elliot Slazer,
Who's getting beat presently.
Yep.
Where would you grade him?
Well, he's beaten Ronnie 3 times, so I give him 3 points.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with 2, because just I know he has beaten Ronnie, but I mean, if you take a look at his career body of work, it's still pretty limited, and he's still pretty low. So I don't anticipate seeing him hanging around too long in these events, at least not yet. So I'm just gonna keep him at the traditional 2.
So we're saying Scott's saying 3, you're saying 2. I have deciding vote, do I?
You have a deciding vote.
I'll take 2.
Right.
Okay, 2 it is.
That'll do.
2 points. 2 points for Elliot.
Yep.
And for you, Mike, to start off with, Alexander Ursenbacher.
Oh, but he's my boy. I like him. He's a good player. Right now,
But let's do it from a non-biased opinion, Mike, here.
non-biased. He's still up and coming, so it's similar to Slesser. You're not going to see huge results. You're just going to see progress. I don't think you're going to see big results yet. Maybe a year or two. So I'd have to say maybe a 2.
Yeah.
Okay, Scott.
Yeah, 2.
Yeah.
2.
What's your overall opinion on Ursenbacher?
Very good. Very good. He's not on a bad season this season. Very good.
Very good. Very underrated.
Yeah.
So we've got now 4 2-point players.
Yep.
There we go.
The heavy lifting is about to begin, though, I would say.
Well, yeah, I'll go. Yeah, we'll go through them as we go. But that, just to let you know, Slesner is rated at 48 and Ursenbacher is at 60.
Ah.
So that's a ranking. That is 12 rankings between them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see Ursenbacher moving up the ladder maybe by 2 more years here, and some good positive results. I could see him at least in the top 32.
Well, they both beat Noel Sullivan, so
Yep.
they're both good players.
Yep. So, all right. Well, that wraps the fantasy. So
So we've got
Trivia.
4 players. So we've got 124 to go through, guys. We're getting there.
Gentlemen, I ask you to get your pen and
Right.
paper ready.
Oh, dear me.
Here we go.
Shall I just take the 12 now?
Yeah, this is the highlight of my night.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Everyone's
Yes.
got their pen. You ready,
Well, the
Scott?
highlight of our night is Stephen Hendry, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. That's definitely my highlight. Okay, here we go. Question number 1. And all the listeners, please
Just cruel.
listen in.
Right, it's just cruel. Oh, sorry.
Who is the youngest player to make a televised 147?
Okay. Okay.
Good?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, you're good?
Yep.
Question 2. Name the 3 members of the World Cup Dream Team who won the World Cup in 1996.
Easy.
Guess in England, right? We're guessing England, right?
It's not England. You're guessing the 3 players that formed the Dream Team.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Oh dear me.
Okay.
Getting these from?
Scott's grinning from ear to ear.
Oh no.
He's just loving it.
Oh,
Seeing you stumble along.
absolutely struggle. It's not England, but it's a dream team. Oh,
It's a Dream Team.
Bear-
The question was a Dream.
Graham, bear in mind the year
1990.
1996.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So if you know who won it, you have an idea of who was the Dream Team.
Bloody clue. Right, go on.
Okay. Question number 3. Who did Stephen Hendry beat to win his first World Championships?
Graham, if you don't get that right,
I thought that was it.
Okay.
We got that?
Yeah, go on.
yeah.
Okay. From 1975 to 1999, there were 5 players ranked number 1. 3 of them were Stephen Hendry, Ray Reardon, and Steve Davis. Who were the other 2 players?
Who are the 3 you're giving? Hendry, Davis, and Reardon.
I'm giving you Hendry, Davis, and Reardon.
Yeah.
There's 2 other players, 1975 to 1999, that were number 1. Who are they?
Davis, Hendry, Reardon.
Yeah, there was 2 others. Oh, Scott's even wobbling a little bit here.
I've got, yeah, I think so.
Are you wobbling there, Scott?
All right, okay.
Good.
I'll have a go. Hang on. Oh dear. Okay. Yeah, that's it. That's a little bit tricky, but yeah, go on.
Fifth question. What tournament was Steve Davis's last ranking win?
Jesus. Jingos. Goodness.
All right, but don't need to curse. Sorry about the bad language.
Sorry, I apologize.
It's all good.
Goodness me.
Easy.
Well, yeah,
I
you
knew
know, Scott. Yeah, of course. So, he's wrong. I know it's wrong before I write it down. I'm going to go that, like, I don't know.
Okay. And you're going to get a sixth question. This is the last one.
God, all right.
You good?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. What tournament did Judd Trump win to get his first ranking title?
Dear.
The end of the quiz.
Thank
Golf.
Good.
Easy. Maybe I'm wrong.
Right, go on then.
Okay, Scott. I want your answer first. Who was the youngest player to make a televised
Was
147?
it Ding?
You are correct. What tournament do you remember?
The Masters?
Correct. Very good. Ding. 2 points. Scott.
2007 against Anthony Hamilton.
Absolutely correct. That is right. Graham, did you get ding?
O'Sullivan.
Okay. So 2 points for Scott.
Yeah.
Name the 3 members of the World Cup Dream Team who won the 1996 World Cup. First off, Graham. Or would you like
I haven't got anybody written down. I started to write down Steve Davis and Stephen Hendry, but then he said it weren't English, so I completely fucked. Sorry, I sacrificed some points on that pass.
Scott, you've got that one.
Scotland.
Yes.
Hendry, Higgins, and McManus.
Bullseye. Nailed them both. Very good, Scott.
See, I thought they'd be part of England, you see. I thought, never mind.
Now Scotland had their own team. Okay, question number 3. Who did Stephen Hendry beat to win his first world championship? Graham, who did he beat?
Jimmy White.
You are correct.
Jimmy, yes, that's right.
Yay! I get 2 points.
Okay.
Well, that was pretty easy, to be fair.
Yeah. Actually, I thought most of them were easy, to be honest with you. But anyway.
Yeah.
I thought this one was the hardest one. From 1975 to 1995, 5 players became ranked number 1. Hendry, Reardon, and Davis were 3 of those players. Who were the other 2?
Now, what
Scott?
year did you say there?
I just said from 1975 to 1999.
Thorburn and John Higgins?
Correct. Yes, sir. Both of them.
What? 1975 to 1999? Oh,
Yep.
sorry, yeah.
1970. That was correct. Thorburn and Higgins is correct.
Okay, so that's the further 2 points for Scott. Sorry, my answer was Alex Higgins and John Spencer. Sorry, completely wrong. Dear me. Sorry, guys. I'm letting you down, Mike, here.
What tournament was Steve Davis's last ranking win? Graham?
Grand Prix 1990.
No.
Welsh Open 1985?
Correct. Absolutely correct. Scott's got everything right so far.
Terrible. It's terrible, isn't it?
And I thought this one was pretty easy, but maybe I'm wrong. What tournament did Judd Trump win to get his first ranking title?
2011. 2011 China Open.
You are 100% correct. You've nailed all 6 questions.
Yeah, I said UK Champ 2012, but he didn't even win that, did he?
No,
No,
I think,
that was Mark Selby.
yeah.
Oh, well,
So-
just clutching at straws, actually. Go on.
Yeah, I thought
Cheers, Mike.
pretty.
Love you.
Oh
Right.
boy.
So now, Scott, you're on 87 points.
Okay.
Deary, 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 dear me.
Okay. And
No,
Graham is on 30.
Well, am I not on 89? Because the 6 points, that's 12. That's 12.
That's
Okay.
correct. There is 6 questions.
Was you giving him on the for the 3 players? Did you give him 1 extra point for the 3?
No, you had to get all 3 right to get the 1.
Right.
Get the
Yeah,
2
you're-
points.
Yeah, you're on 89, Scott. I'm on.
Okay.
I've gone to 30 now, I think. I've gone down to 30.
Okay. Oh wow. All right. So that's the trivia.
Yeah, I hope you can sleep, Mike. I hope you can sleep tonight.
Honestly, I thought you would have at least a chance on a
Yeah.
couple of those. But,
Oh, I got one of them.
yeah, that was Jimmy Wyatt.
The-
That was good.
Here's one.
All right, fellas. So,
My question's tomorrow.
Yes.
I should win it tomorrow.
Well, you're at 89. You should cross the goal line tomorrow, I would say.
How
Yeah.
many do you want to give us?
If he gives us 5 questions, you get all 5. You'd be on 99.
Yeah.
You'd have to get everything wrong for the rest of our episodes.
Oh dear me. Right, moving on, because he's gonna wallow in that. So
Yeah.
gonna milk it for everything it's worth.
Oh, at least we'll get to start again and re-up the battle.
Yeah, can't wait for the World Champs predictions.
So I will just go over some updated matches here. We've got David Wells and Devlin 1-1.
Okay.
Matthew
Daniel Wells, I assume you mean.
Sorry, Daniel Wells. Yeah. Ken Doherty and Matthew Stevens 2-2.
Oh, now there's a match from the past.
And we've got Mark Selby 3, Sam Craigie 1.
Not unexpected.
And we've got a
Yeah.
decider between Paige and
Oh, I'm
Oh,
So,
there's your 2-point player, Suzzler, by the way.
yeah. I know. He's a good player.
Yeah.
All right. Any expectations for Stephen Hendry before we sign off here?
Are we coming back to this? Are we going to that old chestnut again? Are we?
I just wanted to have a laugh before we left.
Okay.
Well, are we No, we're not doing predictions tonight, but I think he will. I'll give him 2 free. Himself wins 4-2.
4-2. I got 4-1, and Graham.
And I'm going 4-0.
And you're going 4-0. One of us will be right.
And then, of course, Stephen could win
Yeah,
4-3.
I was going to say, Stephen might just put out a shock. You never know.
You never know. So,
By the way, have we got any questions for Dave Hendon? Scott?
I've not been able to come up with one that I think will stump him. Although that one that I mentioned to you off air, what links Her Majesty's birthday to pro snooker,
That might get him. Mike, have you got some good ones?
yeah. Well, I'm not interested in factual ones because the factual ones, I'm assuming he's going to get every factual one. I'm more interested in insight questions, like open-ended questions. And I've started a list of questions that I would like to ask. One of them will be about the tournament. So there are currently too many tournaments.
Yeah.
So
That's a good one. That's a really good one to ask him.
Because he works in the industry. He's working when they're playing. He's working, and he's a statistician too, right? So, he would have a good insight to that kind of question.
And with him being a statistician too, he has to watch every single tournament religiously. No way like for example, Steve Davis and John Parrott only work on 3 BBC tournaments. So therefore they're they're not working on all through the season.
Actually, that's a question I wouldn't mind just asking you guys, and you can quickly answer. Of all the productions out on the TV currently, which one do you prefer? You prefer BBC or you prefer ITV4 or
No,
or Eurosports?
I will express my feelings on the BBC's coverage.
Please.
Can I
Please.
do that? I'll keep it clean. I'll keep it clean, right?
As long as you're not swearing, I'm all right with it.
No, I won't do that. See if you agree with this. It might be just me, but when they cover a round one, a round two, a quarter-final, or even to a point a semi-final, they will cut that off, right? They will cut it off and say, right, it's on the red button now. You've got to go to the red button. We're switching off, right, for the program, right? When it's final day, we're staying with the snooker. Why?
Yeah.
If they're going to do it for the final, do it for every other. Or if they're going to cut off, cut the final off. They can't have one for one and one for another. Just because it's the final, we're going to stick with it. So I prefer Eurosport or ITV4, even though you get breaks in ITV4. I still prefer it. They don't cut off. They stay with it all the way through.
ITV4 or Eurosport.
Or not only do you go to the red button, but they go, we changed to BBC too. And it's like, no, I'm stuck with BBC. Why do I have to change channels? You're the ones that's showing this. Do you know what I mean?
Well, they do have scheduling commitments. For example, like, I don't mean to be morbid, but say the BBC are covering a tournament and the Duke of Edinburgh doesn't get out of hospital.
Yeah, all right. If a royalty dies or something, yeah. But what I'm saying is, generally, they shouldn't have it where the final is the priority.
Yeah.
If they're going to cover the tournament, cover it fully and properly.
Now, Hazel is very good. I'll say that.
No. I'm not talking. I'm just talking about the BBC production team. They don't follow through with their. They don't practice what they preach.
Yeah,
we're going to cover the tournament, but not telling you have to go to the red button.
And by the way, their staffage is awful.
And they've got the worst commentators, apart from Dennis Taylor, John Virgo, and Willie Thorne when he was there, bless him. But the rest of them are just diabolical. I'm sorry.
I don't mind Ken now.
It's definitely an antiquated.
Ken's all right. McManus is an absolute legend at the game. He knows the game inside out. Rob Walker, Joe Perry. Oh, God, it's painful. It's painful.
Although you did hint on our group chat that we may have Rob Walker on as a guest in future, so you'll have to shut up for 5 minutes.
I didn't. I never said he was a guest.
He might have been being very facetious in that segment.
He was
very sarcastic.
He was commentating, I think, whether he was at a stadium, and I think he was commentating on a rugby match. How did he do that?
Unbelievable. You got a guy doing rugby and snooker.
The quicker tournament, the quicker play against the slower play, and is he going? Well, they're passing the ball about. Is he giving the history? What's he doing? You know.
Yeah, he's shot.
I don't know. But yeah, that's my.
He fancies himself as a bit of a Dave Hendon figure, but he's not really Dave Hendon.
No. So Graham's definitely Eurosport. I'm saying Eurosport for essentially the same points.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Eurosport or ITV4.
Perfect. Yeah. So there's no real discussion.
And by the way,
BBC. I'm sorry.
But by the way, best presenter, Hazel definitely.
It's about the only thing about BBC that's got an advantage. About the only thing.
Yes.
And when we say Hazel's the best, we're not being like disrespectful or inappropriately, or we're doing it purely on merit.
No, I think she's better than Jason Mohammed. By a long way. He's more football. He's more football focused. He's not snooker.
No, of course he's not.
By
He's basically there when Hazen can't do it.
I was just going to ask you, Scott, actually, I'm interested to know, are you a football fan at all?
Moderately.
Okay. Are you, Mike?
Not particularly. No, we don't get that over here in Canada. We get more like ice hockey and baseball, basketball, NFL football. But I'm not a big fan of like those. I don't mind hockey, but some basketball. But I'm not a football guy. Or
Like not the English Premier League or anything like that? No.
I haven't followed it since I was 12.
Okay.
I don't like the disparity where you got the top 4 and then the rest.
Yeah.
It just
Yeah.
I find it very interesting. So,
Scott,
yeah.
do you follow the Premier League or?
Oh,
anything
yes.
like
I am a sort of moderate Chelsea fan, so.
that? Okay, that's interesting.
that's disappointing to hear.
Why is that disappointing?
The one team I do like, if I had to pick one, would be Arsenal.
Oh, okay, all right, fair enough. Liverpool away.
Although today Liverpool have lost a legend in Ian St. John, of course.
Oh dear, not another one. Oh,
I remember him. He used to work on the TV as a broadcaster. Ian St.
he did.
Yes,
He did.
he scored the winning goal in 1965. But anyway, we're not here to talk about football. So.
Oh, don't tell me he's a snooker encyclopedist as well. Football encyclopedist.
Oh, dear, no.
Good grief!
You might be doing a broadcast on your own.
Dear
By the way, I know you got him, Graham. So you could probably be, but no, I'll wait till I ask this question till we're all fair.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. So, any updates in the scores at the minute, Mike?
The only one I see that's final is Mark Selby is through beating Craigie 4-1.
Good man.
Doherty leads 3-2.
Good man.
And
Cam.
Slasser and Page are still dueling it out. So
3. And Daniel Wells is still winning Devlin.
Daniel Wells 2 and Devlin 1.
Right.
Currently.
Okay.
Can I say, by the way, look, Ken is a lovely man.
He is.
Oh,
He is, absolutely. I've met him before. He goes around the crowd and he gets involved with them and he gets pictures taken, he signs stuff. Yeah, he's a lovely guy, Ken. But more can be said for Mr. Davis, of course, which I still haven't expressed my thoughts on that man.
Which one?
Mr.
Steve Davis.
All right. Well, I think you know what? When we don't have as much like matches to coverage, we'll have a round table and we get to rant, and you get to have your 10-minute Steve Davis rant.
Okay.
All right.
And BBC coverage. Yeah.
And
Exactly.
BBC.
That's my rant. Scott, what would be your rant?
Why the BBC sacked Clive Everton?
Oh, well, that's an interesting one.
Maybe in a way Clive left.
No, the BBC definitely sacked him. I've read his book.
Maybe he wanted to go. I don't know.
We would have to do that for sure. We want to present some things, but you've got that rant. I would rant about. Actually, I kind of had mine today about the tournament thing. Are there too many? I find there's too many tournaments. That's kind of my little rant.
I'm looking forward to getting Mr. Hendon on. I'm really looking forward to that.
I'm looking.
Can I ask a question on that? Actually, can I host?
On what?
Can I host that one?
What's that?
He wants to host when Dave Hendon comes on.
We'll talk about that off air, maybe.
Yes.
Okay.
But because we're all going to fire at him and give him some questions and stuff.
Let's put it this way: we all want to host that.
Yeah.
One, don't we?
No,
Well,
I volunteer Graham for mine.
Oh, yeah.
but he'll know who I am because I've emailed his podcast. You see.
Okay. Okay. We'll figure that out. So anyway, that's a wrap, I think, on episode 15.
It for tonight, guys, I think.
And enjoy the Stephen Hendry comeback. We will certainly be breaking it down tomorrow.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
Enjoy the matches, and we will see you all tomorrow.
Yeah.
Good night.
Good night, and God bless you.
Cheers, Mike.